What if the most watched music video on the planet was sung, not by one star, but a 9-member group all chanting "Cheer up"? Twice did exactly that. They turned hand gestures, earworm hooks, and synchronized smiles into a global template. They didn't rely on collaborations or prototypical girl group tropes. They leaned into charm, relatability, and fan fluency. Their fandom once became brand evangelists before labels even realized. Today on What Made It Viral, we unpack how Twice went from JYP trainees to global K-pop icons. We'll reveal their early formula for sweetness plus strategy, the clamor that built pre-orders worldwide, the viral tipping point behind TT, how they conquered both Asia and the West, and why their legacy still shapes girl group storytelling. Stick around. Later you'll see how one dance move became a blueprint copied globally. It starts in 2015 with 16, Mnet's competition show from JYP Entertainment. 9 trainees out of 16 debut, only if they delivered charm and concept as well as vocals. The show emphasized personality, persistence, and concise staging. Twice emerged branded not just for their voices, but for their relatable sweetness. Leaders Nayeon, Jungyeon, Momo, Sana, Jihyo, Mina, Dahyun, Chaeyoung, and Suyu each got character quirks. Girl Next Door, visual charisma, comedy timing, rap swagger, or soft-spoken sincerity. Their debut single, like Ooh Ah 2015, was strategically bilingual, English chorus hooks mixed into Korean verses, making it easily shareable and playable in global playlists. It became a viral hit on YouTube thanks to high-energy choreography, vivid outfits, and colorful set design. The narrative was crystal clear. Twice wasn't heavily sexy or heavily edgy. They were friendly, cheerful, and shared an aspirational, youthful optimism. Their image felt comfortable, and that comfort helped massive shares. After their debut, Twice released Cheer Up 2016, and the chorus dropped into conversation everywhere. Cheer up, baby! But it wasn't just the lyrics, the finger gun move, the shy, shy, shy gesture, became a meme before TikTok even existed. Memes, reaction GIFs, user covers, and reaction videos brought the move viral. People shared GIFs in group chats. Brands reposted the gesture in ads. Even sports announcers joked, "Shy, shy, shy" on air. Their monthly singles, TT 2016, Signal 2017, Likey 2017, each hit YouTube trending charts within hours. TT was a psychological phenomenon. Fans mimicked their expressions with pumpkin masks. Pepsi and other advertisers used TT filter effects to generate user memes. They made fan meetings intimate. Behind-the-scenes footage was candid and relentless. Visual diaries, offstage bloopers, practice edits, these built empathy and loyalty. Once began pre-ordering albums in bulk, so much that their album launches consistently charted in Japan, Taiwan, and beyond. They booked showcases in Japan before any official Japanese debut. Their first Korean title hit sold more than 100,000 units in hours. The climb was powered not by speculation, but by adored belonging. The viral tipping point arrived with TT in late 2016. The track combined melancholy lyrics about heartbreak with candy-colored sets and that now-famous pumpkin face emoji dance. Within 48 hours, music show playback increased 5 views. Twitter spammed with #TT challenge and pumpkin masks. Reaction videos showed toddlers, broadcasters, and influencers saying TT and imitating the dance. It became participation, not just viewership. But TT wasn't even the real turning point, mid-roll cliffhanger. It wasn't until their Japanese debut with #Twice and One More Time that they crossed over into Western mainstream via Billboard Japan, Hot 100 domination, and set the stage for Feel Special, their eventual reach into Western radio playlists. Stay tuned for how social media synergy and international strategy made Twice truly global. After TT, the next chapter wasn't just another viral song, it was a strategy. Twice formally debuted in Japan with #Twice and One More Time in 2017. Their Japanese language output wasn't an afterthought, it was meticulous. Each video featured cultural codes, uniforms, pastel palettes, manga referencing aesthetics, and high-pitched cheer hooks. And it paid off. One More Time sold over 200,000 physical copies. Billboard Japan ranked twice among the top-selling foreign acts, and the group quickly headlined dome tours, venues typically reserved for legacy artists like Arashi or Exile. Meanwhile, Korean singles kept landing. Songs like Heart Shaker, Dance the Night Away, and What Is Love continued building digital traction, especially in Southeast Asia and Latin America. Part of the magic was choreography, short, loopable, and TikTok-friendly before the TikTok era fully exploded. Twice's multilingual communication on Weverse, VLive, and YouTube fostered emotional intimacy with fans. Once communities emerged in Mexico City, Bangkok, and Paris, with fans making lyric translation kits and fan chant guides. Then came Fancy in 2019. With a bolder aesthetic, darker tones, sleeker sets, Twice evolved from cutesy energy to empowered stage presence. It drew a whole new segment of fans who previously dismissed them as just cute. A key tweet goes viral. Fancy is the rebrand I never knew I needed. Twice said glow up and meant it. Even critics started seeing Twice not as a phenomenon of style, but substance. They sang live, toured relentlessly, and diversified every drop. By 2020, Twice had outgrown viral. They were legacy. What's remarkable isn't just the numbers, though they're huge. 13-plus music show wins, billions of streams, packed world tours. What's remarkable is how they maintained relevance by evolving with their audience. They never abandoned the cute aesthetic, but they matured it. Feel Special 2019 tackled burnout, anxiety, and imposter syndrome. It was an anthem for everyone who'd ever felt overlooked. Lyrics like, "You make me feel special, no matter how the world brings me down," sparked a wave of fan essays, mental health forums, and lyric tattoos. As Twice grew, they expanded their artistry. Scientists Talk That Talk and Moonlight Sunrise explored new genres: retro synth, deep house, soft R&B. They collaborated with writers like Jade Thirlwall and Julia Michaels. Their English releases did not feel like Western pandering. They felt like Twice, just multilingual. They also empowered each member to shine. Jihyo emerged as a powerhouse vocalist and soloist. Nayeon dropped a chart-topping solo that referenced 90s bubblegum pop. Mina and Momo took center stage in performance-driven choreo pieces. Dahyun and Sana became faces of luxury fashion. Their video content became a masterclass in creator-audience relationship. Time to Twice. Their variety show series combined humor, games, drama reenactments, and slice-of-life scenes. These weren't just fun, they created emotional stickiness. And they rarely disappeared. Instead of taking long hiatuses, Twice used off periods to drop dance practices, lyric breakdowns, and ASMR cooking sessions. It was comfort content, a parasocial touchstone that kept once around. So what really made Twice go viral? It wasn't just choreography or visuals, it wasn't just TT or fancy. It was the consistent delivery of emotionally tuned aesthetics, the emotional safety of their brand, the smart synchronization of visuals, lyrics, and vibes across cultures, and the openness to evolve with their audience. They didn't chase trends, they created memory triggers. A finger gun that became a social meme, a pumpkin face dance that became a Halloween staple, a glow-up moment that doubled as a self-esteem soundtrack. They cracked virality not through gimmicks, but by building trust. And in a fandom age where noise is endless, trust is the algorithm. Now it's your turn. Drop your favorite Twice era in the comments. Was it Cheer Up, Fancy, or their English language reinventions? And if you're a creative, brand strategist, or storyteller, what can Twice teach us about sustaining momentum in an oversaturated world? We want your takes, your gifts, your fan cams. Let's build a Twice timeline in the comments. Next time on What Made It Viral, we meet the boy group rewriting Gen Z identity one concept at a time, through notebooks, mirror metaphors, and pixel-perfect albums. It's time for What Made TXT Viral? Gen Z's storytelling superstars. From Crown to Blue Hour to Sugar Rush Ride, TXT used metaphor-rich lyrics, chaotic versus clean aesthetics, and visual world building to create one of the most compelling K-pop arcs of this generation. And we'll show you how their viral success was built on a whole new grammar of fame. Hit that bell, because this rabbit hole is just getting started. This is what made it viral, and we'll see you next week.